guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Morgan and this is my glorious leaves. Today I'm going to take you through 7 plants that I recently mounted with a friend of mine and a little miniature pot and plant haul that I did. I hope you guys like it. Let's get into it. So I have the plants beside me here on my desk, and my plan is to put them on that bulletin. It's from IKEA, and there's like little holes, and I don't know if I want to actually buy IKEA hooks and then hang it on there with the fishing line, or if I'd like to just kind of wrap some wire around and make a hook. I feel like that might be easier, but I have to figure out what's going to be the best looking. So that's my plan, to hang these all, and then I can change them out. The first one that I mounted, and I should already water these already because the moss was barely damp when we did it. We really squeezed out the water. So anyway, this is the first plant that we mounted, and it is a jewel orchid that I got from Roehampton Orchids. I really like it. I think it looks really cool on this little piece of wood I found. I live in the country, and so there is a lot of wood and bark sitting around. So Sydney and I went for a walk yesterday and we looked for bark and looked for things that we could use to mount our plants on. And so anyway, got this orchid from Roehampton Orchids. It was about $70, a little bit overpriced for the size that it was. It was about this size when I got it. It came in not even a 1-inch plug. And then it wasn't doing well because I wasn't keeping the moss moist enough. So I propagated it and then it grew into this. So I hope that it does better. I'm gonna try to keep it more moist and maybe more humid. My desk does have a humidifier, so hopefully the humidity will just shoot up and be good for it. So that is the first one that I did. The second one that I did, Sydney actually gave me this, and it is a variegated string of hearts. We did a miniature trade. Where is the best place to find? Get to focus. What the heck? It's not focusing for some reason. The sun is right here, but it's not focusing. It's not focusing. Okay. There. Anyway, it's variegated string of hearts, which I've been wanting for a really long time. I have normal string of hearts, and then the prices for these just shot up like crazy. So I'm really glad that I got a couple of these. And so yeah, I put it on this little another piece of bark that I found. Don't mind my dog, trying to rustle a whole bunch of blankets over there, but anyway. This is one of my favorite ones. This is a Hoya engleriana, and it is from Plant Haven, Toronto. It is one of the only plants from them that is still alive. I have a Hoya hanhye, and I've bought over 5 plants from them, and they just did not do well. This is not doing well. One of the stems already died, so I don't know. But anyway, this is from there. It was actually a credit because another plant that I bought from there died, so I just bought this. And I didn't really love it, but I bought it because of the credit, and then now I actually really, really like it. I think it looks so good mounted here. It almost reminds me of a little, I think I might be getting it mixed up because I'm new to orchids and I'm not very good, but maybe a dendrobium. But it looks like a small orchid kind of thing. And so I really like it on this. So I hope that it will grow and I can keep it moist and keep it happy, because I do like it now that it's on this board. An orchid. This is just a regular Phalaenopsis I got from Fortino's, which is a grocery store here in Canada, and I think it looks so good mounted. These flowers are almost black. They look really purple in this light, but in reality, when I saw it, they were almost black, and I absolutely loved that. I just thought it looked so good. I mean, it does look really good as a purple too, but I just thought the black made it look super wicked. So anyway, this is that. And yeah, I just think it looks super, super cute. The next one that I did, and this is honestly one of my favorites, this is also from Sydney. I did a little cutting of the one I'm about to show you, and I gave her some engleriana as well. and we did a little trade for she gave me a bit of variegated string of hearts, and this is a Dischidia Oiantha variegated, and I don't know where she got this. I think she got it from somewhere on Facebook Marketplace, but I think it looks absolutely gorgeous mounted to this. I think I've seen Plant Me Ashley in one of her videos, and she was plant shopping, get something like this that looked like this, like on a board, and I just really, really loved the look of it. And I never really thought I was a Dischidia person. I honestly got my very first Dischidia like 2 days ago, but I absolutely love how this looks mounted, and I just think it just looks so cool. I just love it. Mounted plants are cuter, way cute. Like, not cuter, but I love mounted plants. You can't mount too many plants. Like, they're so pretty. This one is probably my favorite by far. I picked this up from my work. I started working at a garden center like 2 weeks ago, and it's been really, really fun so far. I shopped there all the time, obviously, and I talked to them all the time. I gave them some advice about some tropicals because they weren't like super, they knew about a lot of tropicals, but they were trying to get more rare and uncommon ones in, and that's kind of what I study and research all the time, so that's what I was able to help them with. And so then they just offered me a job, and I said yes, because I love plants and I love to be around them, and I definitely want to help them with like propagating plants. What is happening here? I want to help them with like propagating plants and bringing new plants into their store. That'll be nice to have some more like uncommon and rare plants, which is really, really cool, because here in Canada, at least where I am, there aren't really many rare plant shops, I guess like commercially rare or like sought after, uncommon, unique plants and plant shops. So that's super, super cool. So anyway, we got these in and I loved it right away. I was deciding between a couple different Dischidia because I really liked them, but they were each $50 and I was not about to spend that on like all three of them. I'm on a no-buy right now. I broke it yesterday, which is like the first day of the no-buy, but I'm just gonna push it one more day because it was, I'm just not gonna buy anymore from now. But anyway, I did get a melanochrysum the other day and I spent some money, and I also got a gigas cutting, and I'm good for a while, but I wanted to get some more things that I can propagate and put up in the shop because I don't have that much stock right now actually in my Etsy shop. I'm propagating things, I'm working on it, but I don't have too much to sell there, don't have too much to offer, and so I'm really just trying to collect plants and grow them so that they'll be able to be for sale soon. Anyway, I get off on a tangent a lot, but this is a Dischidia major, and it is like my favorite thing. When I saw it, I wanted this. I wanted this exact one, and I knew I needed to have it. I was taking care of it for a couple days in a row that I worked there. I was watering them all, and I just knew I wanted it. Like, I wanted it so bad, but I knew I wanted this exact one. Like, I looked at them, they were like in these like little cups, like dishes, and this one just was perfect to me, and I thought, this is the best one. Like, someone's gonna buy this. If someone buys this, I will cry. And I'm just really glad that I did get it. I do get a discount, so that did help. But even if I didn't, I would have bought this 100%. That was the day that I was gonna pick up the melanochrysum. So that's why I was very debating it, but I absolutely love it. Like, these things are so squishy. One of the plants that had dropped one, I actually cut it open just to see what was in it, and it was hollow, but it had this little like curly thing in the middle. It was pretty cool. I just think these are so cool. Like, they grow in like flat leaves, and then they decide to just turn into these like balloon things, which is just so cool. There's a couple other Dischidias that do things like that, and those were the ones that I was deciding on, but I just loved this, and I imagined mounting it, and I absolutely loved it. So I'm really glad that I got this, and I think this one is my favorite. Yeah, that is gonna be the thumbnail for the video. Alright, I showed you all those. Now I'm going to show you a mini haul, because when we were mounting things, I we decided to go shopping. Sydney wanted to go get more orchids, and I was not about to buy plants. I was kind of technically on a no-buy at that time, but I went anyway. We went to the grocery store, and I found this. Okay, this pot I actually got from Winners, which I think is just Homesteads, sorry. I think it's just the cutest little pot. I have like a couple other speckled pots, and I thought it really matched, and I just think it's so cool, so I absolutely love it. It's like, it's got all these little speckles to it, and then it really matches the pot that I got, that I have my Milano Chrysum in, which is also like speckled, and then I have another like mini speckled one, and I'm just really into like little speckled, like minimalist kind of pots, and I just thought this was like super unique and cool shape. So anyway, mini pot haul. But I did get this orchid, and I wasn't going to, but you know what? It was from Zehrs, which is another grocery store. It's a President's Choice grocery store. So I had PC points, so it only cost me like $6, and like the roots looked good, pretty good anyway. Some of these ones don't look the best, but the leaves are the roundest leaves that I have seen on an orchid, like ever. Like they are so chubby and round. I cannot get over that, so I just had to get it. I only have that other orchid, the other Phalaenopsis over there. I don't know. White orchids are so beautiful. I honestly am not a flower person. I'm very much so a foliage person. So I'm honestly kind of excited for the flowers to die off, because I just want to see like these leaves mounted. But I might mount it while the flowers are there. We'll see. But I did get this. You'll notice that I only showed you 6 plants that I mounted, and that is because number 7 is the biggest, the juiciest, the greatest thing in the world, and I just absolutely love it. This is an absolute monster. This is like, compared to me, I got this a couple weeks ago at the garden center where I work, which is Harper's Garden Center, and I found some skids at work, and they were actually this really pretty like brown color of wood. Okay, I can't really show you, but they're really pretty, and I asked my boss if I could take them home. That's at my work at Canadian Tire, and they said yes. So yesterday Sydney and I ripped the boards off. We had my dad help us cut them, and then I made like a brace at the back like that, and then I mounted this puppy, and I am so happy with how it turned out. Like, it was just sitting in the pot for the last couple weeks. That should be the thumbnail. It was just sitting in the pot for a couple weeks, and I kind of let it go floopy. I didn't even realize, so it needed to be watered, so it might still be a little floopy. But it put out this whole new paddle already, so I can't wait. And then it put out, I think, this new paddle as well since I got it. So it's like growing super, super fast, and I just love how like these actually really look like antlers. Like, these are massive staghorns. You can't tell me otherwise. It's just so gorgeous. And I'm really excited to put these mounted plants on my desk, so I'm going to be able to see more plants around me all the time, and they're just going to be super easy to just unhook and water them. If you guys have tips on how to water these, let me know. I think I was thinking of honestly just spraying them with a spray bottle until the moss is wet. I didn't really want to soak it because some of this wood is maybe not the best for that. Like the hardwood I'm okay with, like some of these ones, but I don't know if the plants would even like to be fully soaked, so let me know how I should water it. The staghorn I was thinking of taking to the sink and honestly pouring water over it, like with a watering can, until the whole moss is wet, and then letting it drip dry. But should the moss be like pushed to get the extra water out, or what? Because it's like a big sponge, so do you just leave it as a big wet sponge or what? Please let me know how you're supposed to water these. These are already like pretty dry. The ones that are completely dry, I'm gonna give them a spray, and then, you know, please let me know if you know how to take care of them, because I don't have any other mounted plants. I do have a Monstera dubia or dubia on a board like this growing up it, and I spray it almost every day just until the moss is wet, but I made sure to put a lot more moss on these than I did for that, because it's just climbing up it, but the roots are in soil, so it's not like the entire plant needs to be like wet, like the plant gets watered in soil, whereas these, you know, all the roots are going to need to grow into this moss, so it's going to have to be I'm assuming pretty moist. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any tips on that. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed making these. It was honestly so much fun, and I would 10 out of 10 recommend you guys make your own. This was honestly the most fun thing I've done in a long time, being in lockdown and stuff and not being able to see any friends or anybody. It's been really tough, so being able to catch up with an old friend and do this together, mount some plants, and make some more happiness to hang on our walls. It was so much fun. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider subscribing and liking the video if you liked it. If you didn't, dislike it then. I just want to know what you guys like to watch. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye.